This is actually like one of the hardest auditions I've ever had
This
to
is
do.
a really hard audition.
It's Monday, 3:45 p.m., and I just received an audition for a series regular for a Peacock show, 4 pages long. I just received an audition for a supporting role in an Amy Schumer movie on Netflix, 8 pages long. This morning I received an audition for a recurring guest star on a Hulu show, 13 pages long. All received today, all due in the next 48 hours. Welcome to the next 2 days of an auditioning actor's life. So what I'm thinking is, I am going to work on the ones I'm most excited about getting. So there's one that feels a little bit like an errand I have to run, and there's one that feels a bit more like aligned with my calling and aligned with my purpose and my beliefs. This is like a new thing I've been working on with acting, which is that it's very easy in this industry to find yourself just bending over backwards for every audition that comes in. And it's very easy to just turn your whole life upside down, and that's how you end up getting burned out. That's why you end up hating the industry. And you see a lot of people that are older that just are so unhappy in the industry. And when I was in my 20s, I didn't understand that. So when I get these opportunities that I'm sure a lot of you are excited by, they are exciting opportunities, but you can't keep bending over backwards for free. It will kill you, and you will quit. Okay, so that's the gym. That worked out pretty well. We pretty much off book for the series regular with the Academy nominee girl. That went pretty well. I then read the sides for the feature film with Amy Schumer. Those sides are not too hard. I couldn't read the whole script right, but like in that one gym session, I read all the scenes, and if I had to do it, I could probably figure it out tonight. The pressure is that they're both kind of doing the same window, and I think I'm gonna have to record both of them tomorrow night. Okay, so today is day 2. Last night, home had dinner with my partner, and then we ran lines together, which was really great. So I worked on the series regular comedy, and then we talked through that scene last night, which is the only thing that you haven't seen in terms of my process. So we really just talked through like, what is everybody else going to do in the audition? What can we do to set ourselves apart? How can we deliver what they're looking for in a way that is special and memorable? So we talked through that yesterday. Today, I'm doing a bit of yoga because that always kind of opens up my instrument, gets my breath going. I really think yoga is so important for actors, and especially male actors, because male actors tend to not have a lot of flexibility and openness in their body, and we often can be more drawn to things like weightlifting, which can tighten us up and can keep things from flowing as well emotionally. So I really love it because it opens up my breath, so I'm going to do that. Later today, I'm either going to go for a walk outside, I'm going to go to the treadmill and walk, because when I walk, it just stimulates the blood flow through my mind, and I get better ideas, better pictures, better inspiration as to how to do these tapes so that they can kind of get into our body. That's the other thing, is I find that a lot of times if you just read scenes over and over again, they stay up here mentally, but they don't actually enter your body and your instrument. But weirdly enough, if you rehearse them while moving your body, whether it's going for a walk or doing a flow, or if your character is cooking, rehearse it while cooking, it can get into your body in a deeper way that allows you to have a deeper performance. So that is the game plan. We're going to tape those 2 tonight. I think you'll be surprised at how ordinary it is, and then maybe there will be a couple of things that stand out to you that are unique, that excite you, that inspire you, that educate you. So.
How am I feeling right now? Reach with the opposite arm. Opening up through the body. And as you exhale, just have a stiff prayer in front of your chest. Feel free to close your eyes again.
So we have arrived at the gym. We chose the gym because it's been kind of a cloudy day. Wasn't sure if we were going to get rain or whatnot. I've got my signs, printed them out. If that's a pro tip, print your sides out. Hi, Editor Mark here to let you know that I am aware that I took an iPad to the gym in the previous sequence and I'm printing the sides out in the current sequence, and that is because I thought I had to read an entire script potentially at the previous sequence, and also I didn't know exactly what I was going to be working on because I didn't know which of the like 20 something pages I might be working on, and I didn't want to print them all at once until I figured out whether I was even saying yes to all of the auditions. So sometimes I will do my first preliminary read on the iPad. Back to the other Mark. The reason you want to print them out is not because I'm old school, it's because on iPads and phones, it's so easy to get distracted and have your brain pulled in so many different directions. And honestly, the biggest currency in this generation of life is the ability to focus because it's at a premium higher than it's ever been. Also, people think it's kind of cool when you're walking around with sides in your hand. They're like, oh, there's an actor, there's an artist. There's like not a lot of things that clue people into you being an actor, maybe besides carrying a ginormous camera, but that just probably reads YouTuber or vlogger. So yeah, print your sides out. The other thing, today's gym focus. Yesterday was leg day. Today is about upper body. I like to do upper body days on days I'm gonna be on camera. Not gonna lie, it just gives you that extra juice, that extra pump. My dudes know what I'm talking about, so definitely do that on camera days, on self-tape days, commercial days. Try to get that pump in, especially if you're playing a love interest, which we are tonight, and we're playing someone else's husband, so, you know, somebody's husband's gotta have some muscles. So I've learned through experience that it benefits me to set up my self-tape before I'm actually recording so that I don't feel like I have to switch back and forth between editor, filmmaker, cameraman Mark and actor Mark. So here I am just setting up the tape, finding the frame. I'm seeing if I like the frame, do I like where the light is on my skin. Here I'm playing with a filter that actually softens the highlights on your face. It can be really nice if you're trying to look a little bit more romantic, and I think I do end up keeping it because both of these scenes are kind of romantic comedies. This light here is because it's a comedy and I feel like I need a fill light on the other shadow side of my face to keep it kind of even light all the way around, and you can kind of see what that looks like there. And here is me actually taping it. And this is what it looks like in the final process with Eileen for the first one. And for the second one, easy costume change, no shirt. Or no, outer shirt. We did it. 2 auditions down, 1 more to go tomorrow. Yeah, I think that went really well. Couldn't have done it without Eileen, my superstar reader. That's one big thing you will certainly realize in this career. You cannot, literally cannot do this career alone. You need allies and champions to assist you in this quest. So big shout out to Eileen today. Tomorrow is with Kiri. I'm helping her with the tape and she's helping me. Last week was Max. You need a family, you need a community. That's going to be a big thing. You have to have like 2 to 4 people probably to do all your tapes with you. Or,
You need to eat ice cream after.
and then afterwards you need to eat ice cream, which is what I'm doing too. So I'm going through the takes right now, putting together the self-tapes, and I have a few scenes where I am in between 2 takes of a scene. And what I like to do in this case, you either want to show it to an objective observer, which I don't have because Eileen already helped me with these, so I don't think she's going to be as objective. If you don't have that, the second thing you want to do is go with the one that you feel is more compelling at the beginning, like your first 10, 15 seconds. So that in the first 10 to 15 seconds when they're deciding if they're gonna keep watching, their brain just goes, yeah, I'll keep watching. So now those are uploading to Vimeo, where I will have my team download them in the morning. Now I have 1 more to do for tomorrow. That's gonna be exciting. I probably have to go over that some tonight, so I'm probably gonna read it a few times so that my subconscious can get this scene. That's the thing, like there's sometimes you have to do a scene day of, which I sort of did with this Amy Schumer movie, where I didn't really rehearse the scene as the previous day, but at least I read the scenes the previous day so my subconscious could work on it a bit. And those scenes were all pretty short, like there were 3 scenes totaling about 2 minutes. I was able to really just ride my instincts. But tomorrow's scene is a bit longer, a lot more involved, has a lot of characters, a lot of relationships, a lot of previous circumstances, a lot of things I gotta build into it. So I'm gonna read it again tonight. Let that sit into my subconscious. Welcome to day 3. I am so over being in the crucible of like act. But I'm also grateful to be able to act. Okay, so today I'm about to do a cameo for a fan of High School Musical, the musical, the series. Then I am going to go on a walk outside somewhere because I have felt like a hermit. I've just been either here in the studio working on acting or taping or at the gym or like doing household stuff. So I need to get some vitamin D, get some sunlight. And then on that walk, I'll probably work on this detective series for Hulu that we're doing today. Okay. Hey, Amy, it's Mark Sainz here from High School Musical, the musical, the series. You may know me as Mr. Mazzara. All right, we got that done for Amy. Really excited about that. It's always like one of the perks of the job that people are excited about what you do and like how you've contributed to them and their lives. So super grateful to do that. What you just witnessed was me throwing my sides in the recycling. You gotta do that with your sides, man. After you send those tapes out, get it out of the system, you gotta detach. The law of detachment. Don't leave them around your house as reminders of all the projects you didn't get, you know? We just finished our walk, 50 minutes. And what's interesting is I thought what I was going to do is work on the lines. As actors, we're just like, let's work on the lines, let's just get to the lines. I read this 2 pages, maybe, of this 3-page character arc and description about all the history of this character. And then I just kind of kept going down deeper and deeper investigations of ways to connect with his emotional life, his professional life, figuring out what I would wear. That was a big part of it. What am I gonna wear? Because the scene describes specifically his clothing. Do I get a police vest for this? Where do I get that? Then I go to HBO's The Undoing and follow that detective and see what they dressed him in and see, do I have anything that's gonna communicate that? So it's really a wide sweeping exploration more than a learn the lines thing. So that's my case for it's not just about the lines. Okay, so we're suited up. We got Team Curie today as the reader. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm like kind of scared about this one, but we gotta do what we gotta do.
We got this.
Okay, I like how this looks.
Oh yeah. That's
I'm
good.
gonna check in my
On your pocket.
pockets. Perfect. All right, let's do it.
Oh no.
You have recently
got this
signed.
wrong.
Fuck, I moved out of frame. Sorry. I wanted to like get into the. I'm trying to find the blocking of it.
Yeah.
You've recently signed over. All right, it's getting better.
Yeah,
Let's keep it
we're getting
rolling.
through it. We're
Sorry,
getting there.
Kiri. This is a hard.
Oh,
It's like
you're good.
I almost turned this down because this is actually like one of the hardest auditions I've ever had
This
to
is
do.
really hard audition. You got this.
All right, here we go. Sounded like my cue.
Nice.
All right, we got one.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Whew, okay, so it's the next day and I've completed all 3 tapes. I just got back from acting class. I'll give you guys some heads up on like the acting tips from that in another video. But yeah, it was really challenging getting those 3 tapes out, feeling really squeezed. You feel really blessed to be getting that many auditions, and you also feel really stressed to be getting that many auditions. And I hope that it was helpful for you to kind of see how I would work through that, how I manage my time, my energy, and pretty much structure all of my free time around absorbing every audition that I can so that it can be as good as possible. And perhaps you also got a chance to see kind of the support system that is required to be a working actor at this point in the game. That last audition was really challenging, not just because of the length, but because I had like 4 other characters in the scenes that were all important. I had like 2 parents over here that were kind of a threat to me. I had a student, or not a student, a child here that is really important to me. And then I have a doctor here who's called me to kind of intervene between the parents and the child. And it was a really challenging sequence because of all the relationships you have to build
with everybody. And I'm driving the scene, so I really have to keep it moving the whole time. I was really proud of how I shot that one, and that I shot it kind of pointed up at me from the child's point of view, because the child is the most important thing in that scene. Everybody's there trying to fight for what's right for the child, and it allowed me to kind of come down and sit down next to the child, which was really great. But yeah, what questions do you guys have? I hope this was valuable in some shape or form. This is a new format for me, doing the vlogging thing. I'm enjoying it, but I'm also hoping that you guys are getting nuggets of value along the way. So yeah, let me know what was valuable for you in this video. That would be really helpful for me, so I understand how to structure future videos. But yeah, that is how to tackle 3 auditions in 48 hours. I hope it was valuable, and I'll see you in the next one.
Is that line in the exact same way as the beginning's always good? It's like you had 2 landings. Oh, I don't know what to.
Oh, okay. Just make them different.
Can you make that? Yeah. What's the thought for the first one being more something?
I got it. I can make them
The
different.
last one.
They'll come out differently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that you think that's cool.
You always do. All right, but we're already rolling.